Welcome back to Greentree Together. I'm Brenden Pristach. I'm glad that you're here watching or listening along today. I had the opportunity a couple of weeks ago to head over to Louisville, Kentucky, city I never really spent much time in. Actually, pretty cool place, believe it or not. I was with one of my best friends from college, and we attended a conference together in that city that he invited me to go to. And the theme of that conference and the organization that puts it on is For the One. And if you've been at Greentree for a while now, you might remember a series, or actually a couple of series that we've done over the last couple of years with that same idea in mind. It's the idea that our lives as individuals and as the church, the people of God, it should be focused on radical alignment to the Great Commission, that we are meant to pursue people with the good news of Christ, one at a time. And here, when we did our Who's Your One series, we challenged every individual with choosing one person that they were going to pursue and to live with the mission of bringing that individual to Christ. And many of you followed through with that mission, and some of you, I'm sure that you have added more ones as your ones came, and you continue to go through that process. And that's an awesome thing for us to experience and be able to see in our church. And it might be the case that you listening right now were someone's one, and that's what brought you here without you even knowing it. And I had one then, and I still do now, and I will be the first to admit that at times with having those particular one-on-one individual invitational conversations, I struggle a little bit in that space. I can get up on stage, I can preach in front of hundreds of people, no problem. I can teach in a full classroom and I'll enjoy every second of it. But when it comes to that space, just me and that person, I have some difficulty, and oftentimes I have some hesitation. And maybe that's the case for you as well. For me, I think it stems from doubt and fear that I won't have the answer to what they want to know, or where they struggle with God or the concept of Christianity or anything like that. And I've always kind of felt that way personally. Sermons in classes, I can spend hours researching those things, reassessing, hashing out big questions just to distill it down into an organized and teachable script that I can deliver for you all. But real life conversations don't work that way. And the more I learn about God and the scriptures that He's given to us, the more I realize how much I just don't know. And if you're like me in that, and you wrestle with doubt, or you wrestle with deep, good questions that you haven't found an answer to, I want you to hear me when I say that it's good to be there. I am in that place often. And I believe for many people that it really shows how much you care. You care about God, and you care about people enough to work through hard questions and to grow in your understanding and in your faith in Him. And if you have those questions that you're wrestling through right now, I would love to hear from you today or sometime soon. It is my pleasure, the great joy in my life, to walk alongside people going through those sorts of things. I want to be there with you. However, we cannot let those things get in the way of the gospel and our part in spreading it to the ones in our lives. At the conference, the last message that we worked through was on the Great Commission itself, and I saw something in the text that I'd never noticed in all the times that I've read through it, at least that I can remember. And this is the Great Commission. Starting in verse 16 of Matthew chapter 28, it says, "Then the 11 disciples went to Galilee, to the mountain where Jesus had told them to go. When they saw Him, they worshipped Him, but some doubted. Then Jesus came to them and said, 'All authority in heaven and on earth has been given to me. Therefore go and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit, and teaching them to obey everything I have commanded you. And surely I am with you always to the very end of the age.'" That little phrase there in verse 17, "but some doubted." Yet they still received the Great Commission. Go make disciples. And it's easy for me to make the mistake of thinking that I have to know everything before I go. And that's just not true. I'll never know it all. I have to love and trust God enough to go and know that He'll keep teaching me and guiding me on the way. And I'm confident that He will. I'll offer up to you this one tip for you if you're like me in this. In John 14, during His last meal with the disciples before His death on the cross, Jesus said this starting in verse 25. All this I have spoken while still with you. But the Advocate, the Holy Spirit, whom the Father will send in my name, will teach you all things and will remind you of everything I've said to you. Peace I leave with you, my peace I give you. I do not give to you as the world gives. Do not let your hearts be troubled, and do not be afraid. Don't be troubled or afraid. You aren't alone. The Holy Spirit is with you, leading you along the way, and more than that, reminding you of everything that you've already learned. So don't wait to get started. Go. And in those moments of conversations, pray, Lord, remind me and lead me in this. And He will. And I needed to be reminded of that in the season of life that I'm in. And I'm offering it up to you all as well. I want to challenge you this week. If you don't have a one that you're actively pursuing, ask God to make that person clear to you in your life. And if you do have a one, I challenge you to set a reminder on your phone that goes off at the same time every day that says something very simple like pray for blank. Include that person's name right there. Do it every day, and when the opportunities come to you, take advantage and do what Christ has called you to do. Have a great week.